So Bhishma Deva is in the state of passing away, and he is recalling the wonderful conversation between Arjuna and the Lord, how observing the commanders and soldiers, Arjuna did not want to fight, and through the preaching of Bhagavad Gita, finally Arjuna was convinced that he should fight. His ignorance was eradicated and he was delivered transcendental knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita. May his lotus feet always remain the object of my attraction. So this month is the Gita Jayanti, and where Lord Krishna spoke this Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. This message of Bhagavad Gita, which is available even today, in the same manner in which, the same words in which Krishna spoke 5,000 years ago. We are very fortunate to have the same words, and this Bhagavad Gita, the message in Bhagavad Gita, is a message of which eradicates all questions, which gives answers to all the questions that we have in our life. Not only it gives an answer to our questions in the mind to satisfy our intellect, but it also shows the path that the human being should take, having taken birth as a human being, what path he should take for perfection of life. Perfection of life, human life, is not simply the same as the life of the animals, which is simply to eat, sleep, mate and defend. Whereas the human form of life is very rare. It is meant to understand who we are, that we are not this body, and there is a way to come out of this suffering of this material body, which we have been taking in different bodies, in different lives, whereas this soul, the person is actually eternal, but the person is taking different identities in different lives. According to the body, he thinks I am that body. Next life he thinks I am that body. Next life he is thinking I am that body. But the person who thinks I am this body, I am that body, is eternal. That is what we are. That is what we are permanently. So what is our permanent identity? That I am the eternal servant of Krishna, I am the Amsha of Krishna, I am part of Krishna, I am not this material energy. I am absolute like Krishna. Krishna is absolute, he is absolute whole, I am the absolute part. I am part of Krishna. I am divine. I am not material body. And how to attain that? To the process of Bhakti Yoga, by surrendering to Krishna, by following his instructions. Starting with doing activities, karmanevadikaraste, starting with that, learning how to act without feeling a sense of proprietorship of doership and proprietorship or enjoyership of the result of any of the work that we do. It starts like that, then finally the message ends with Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshashyami Ma Suchaha. Completely surrender unto the Supreme Lord. Then that is the perfection of life. There is nobody in our existence to whom you can depend upon except the Lord. There is no thing, nor situation, nor person in existence on whom you can completely depend upon. A father, or mother, or relatives, or bank balance, insurance, none of these things can help us, especially at the time of death. None of them are dependable. But our mind is always depending on these things. There is one thing that does not change. Who does not change, who does not die, there is no difference, there is no change in him. Not now, this life, next life, millions of lives, is permanently there. That is the Paramatma in our heart, the Lord in our heart. The Lord in our heart, if we develop a relationship with the Lord in our heart, what is that relationship? That relationship of surrender to the Lord, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu demonstrated how actually to surrender to the Lord. It's not simply some emotion. You have to give your mind, you give your attention. Practical way of surrendering to God is at least to chant every day. Half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Surrendering to God means surrendering our time, surrendering our attention, surrendering our desires, surrendering our determination. Just like we have so much determination. I want to make money, I want to make money, I want to make money. I want to become big, I want to become big. That same determination we should have. Yes, I want to finish every day I want to chant this many number of nama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. These are practical ways of surrendering. That is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught. This secret nobody knows. Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Everybody in this modern world, especially in this Kali Yuga, is engaged in Ugra Karma. Various different kinds of activities which you cannot directly connect it to Krishna. The civilization itself is misled. In the Vedic civilization, there is Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, duties are defined. In fact, Arjuna was preached to fight as a Kshatriya. Why are you running away from your duty as a Kshatriya? But today, none of these activities that we do, or the profession and the activities that we do, are directly part of a varnashram, a social system which is serving God. In such a situation, how do I connect ourselves to Krishna? How do I connect myself? That way to connect ourselves is to engage in chanting the holy name of the Lord. Start your day with chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Then the whole day, Krishna's blessings out of this extraordinary circumstance of Kali Yuga. Whatever we are doing, we offer as an activity to the Lord. The fruit of it, whatever we can offer it to Prabhupada and Krishna. And then we can get liberated even in this Kali Yuga. The normal system is you fit within the Varnashrama social system, in Krishna in the center, and lead your life, and then worship Krishna. Then you go back to Godhead, you get mukti, you get liberated, which is not possible now. Anytime. Morning we chant Hare Krishna, during the day, anytime. Whenever we get time, we chant Hare Krishna. Whenever we have problems, we chant Hare Krishna. Whenever we are happy, we chant Hare Krishna. Always Kirtaniya Sada Hari. That is the way to actually practice Bhagavad Gita in this Kali Yuga. Because the essence of Bhagavad Gita is Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Then Sarva Dharman Parityajya, go into details. Okay, I have 24 hours. What I should do to say that I have surrendered to him. The Prabhupada said, you chant 16 rounds, then you are surrendered. The whole day you will be guided by the Lord. Somehow or the other, Lord will guide us. Even in our Ugra Karma way of life, we will get guided, and we will not get entangled in it. So this is the great message of the Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada's Hare Krishna movement, which he started all over the world. And Srila Prabhupada requested that we try to distribute this knowledge to everyone. We may be devotees who are chanting, who have got this message of Bhagavad Gita, who are chanting 16 rounds, who are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, who have taken solace from Srila Prabhupada's books. They should also understand that I should give this good fortune to others and try to preach and distribute this knowledge. So this month is a book marathon all over the world. Srila Prabhupada's books are distributed with a special focus on distributing Prabhupada's books. So we are starting the marathon today in Bangalore. I'd like to take you through some of the instructions of Prabhupada, and then I'll close it because there's a lot of instruction to be given to all of you regarding those who are participating in the book distribution. Don't have much time to elaborate on this verse. We'll go directly to this. Please put those slides. Next. Please try to distribute my books in huge quantities more and more. That is very satisfying to me. We as the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, our obligation, our love for Prabhupada is in pleasing him. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasadat, yasya prasadan nagati kutopi. By pleasing Prabhupada, we get the pleasure of Krishna. By pleasing Prabhupada, Krishna is pleased. So, Prabhupada says, what satisfies me? He says, this is very much satisfying to me. So the way to please Krishna is to please his devotees. Next. Whatever we are resting on these books, whatever we are is resting on these books. So far, reading them and distributing them, that should be only motto. Next. Push on these preaching activities and distribute my books profusely. They will someday realize how valuable books we have left them. Next. If he reads one line, he comes 100 times forward to Krishna consciousness. This is the idea. Swalpam api asya dharmasya trayeto mohato bhayat. This is preaching. Prabhupada says even in one line somebody reads in his books, 100 steps he has taken towards Krishna. So, we are taking up this book distribution. We go to different people. We ask them to buy the books of Prabhupada. Even if they don't buy, you just tell them, just to read on paragraph and see. Just don't leave them. Tell them, read on paragraph and see. Prabhupada says even in one line if you read, he is making some advancement. This is our duty on behalf of Prabhupada to show compassion to those who have not received Krishna consciousness. If you feel at all indebted to me, then you should preach vigorously like me. This is the proper way to repay. So our obligation to our spiritual master Prabhupada says, how if you feel indebted to me, what you should do? You should also preach vigorously, like how I did, Prabhupada says. If a disciple is very serious to execute the mission of spiritual master, he immediately associates with the Supreme Lord. This is the only secret of success in seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead. To execute the mission of Srila Prabhupada is a way to actually get realization about Krishna. We have to understand that is the meaning of Yasya Prasadat Bhagavat Prasadat. We cannot be lazy. We have to take up this mission. Life is short. Human life, continuously we are putting work, effort in so many things. So we should put our effort, we should work towards distributing this knowledge by distributing these books. And this month is a great opportunity for everyone to contact whomever your friends, anybody whom your neighbors, your customers, people who are walking by in the street, busy streets, go there, put up the book, show this Bhagavad Gita, and small books, big books, try to distribute these books. If they don't buy, at least make them touch the books. After they touch the book, at least make them read one line of Prabhupada. Or you choose one page, open one page, an interesting page, what Prabhupada says, something which will interest them. you remember that page, and after giving the book, just read this paragraph, you tell him. And then make him read that paragraph or read those lines. Because people do not know what is Prabhupada, that Prabhupada is a genuine spiritual master, genuinely giving Krishna consciousness in the midst of so many confused knowledge and cheating religion going on in the name of even Hinduism in this country. Even intelligent people, many intelligent people, they don't want to come towards Bhagavad Gita and these kind of things. So we need to see, or we can show them what this is not there, I think. Albert Einstein said about Gita, he said, because today science is religion. For people, science is religion. You say what the scientists have told about Bhagavad Gita, and then they make them take. Next. Often the sadhu's task is a thankless task, but he has to be tolerant. Despite all the trouble a sadhu may encounter, he is merciful upon the fallen conditioned souls. And this distribution of books is a great opportunity for all of us to give up our ahankara. Because you are going, you will think, hey, why I have got good earnings, why I should go and ask him to buy one book. That act itself will make you humble. Going and, why you yourself can buy 100 Gitas, but still you are struggling the whole 1 month to distribute 100 Gitas to others. You have enough money to buy 100 Gitas. So that is not the point. The point is, as Prabhupada says, it's a thankless job. Somehow, if reaching out one Bhagavad Gita or one Prabhupada's small books even to someone is a great act, is a great devotional service, and it is something that is pleasing to Prabhupada and Krishna, and which is our business as the devotees. So for that one has to be tolerant. Tolerant means what? People will sometimes abuse. Ila enu beda hogi, they'll say. Then you will get hurt. For my work, I don't get rejected like this for anything. Wherever I go, they treat me like VIP. Now I'm going and asking, hey, hogri. So this is very good for your spiritual life, for your advancement, to make you humble. This is very good. It will make you progress. You should think that book distribution is a sadhana. It's a sadhana that is going to purify me. Take this opportunity. And what a great opportunity to get rejected, to get abused, to get thrown out when you are going to do Krishna's work, Prabhupada's work. It's a great opportunity. Just like Arjuna was told by Krishna that an opportunity to fight like this is a great opportunity. Now don't give up, you fight. So in the same way, this opportunity for us is there today to learn tolerance, to learn humility, to melt away our ahankara. Next. This is not new in this present age. For even in the days of your Prahlad Maharaj, who was engaged in devotion service of the Lord, was harassed by his demoniac father Hiranyakashipu. The atheists are always prepared to harass a devotee. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu suggested that one be very tolerant of these people. So without being patient, without being tolerant, without being humble, it is very difficult to sustain book distribution. Like going to strangers and asking to buy book, all these three good qualities come into us. And there will be a demand upon our consciousness to become tolerant, to become humble, to be patient. To be patient means, one person I asked, he didn't buy. Another, he didn't buy. I went to the third person, he did not buy. I went to the fourth person, he did not buy. Oh, nobody is buying. No, patience. You have to have patience, go on and on and on and on. And you are trying to please Prabhupada. To please Prabhupada, you should pray to Paramatma. To please Paramatma, you should pray to Prabhupada. You know about this formula? If you want to execute some instruction of Prabhupada, you pray to Paramatma in the heart. And you want to please the Paramatma, some instruction, for instance, always remember Krishna is in your heart. To remember that, manmana bhava mad bhakto. To succeed in that, you have to depend on Prabhupada. You pray to Prabhupada. To execute an instruction of Krishna, you pray to Prabhupada. To execute something that pleases Prabhupada, you pray to Paramatma. So this book marathon is a great opportunity for you to see how the Paramatma, the Lord in your heart, Lord in the other devotee, other buyers' hearts whom you are approaching, because Lord is in everybody's heart. It's a great opportunity to see miracles happening. When the Lord wants, the devotee should desire something. The Lord is completely neutral. The Lord is not telling spread Krishna consciousness. His devotees are very merciful. They want to spread Krishna consciousness. Lord is simply calling, you are all mine, come to me. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, why you are suffering, go to him. Surrender to him. This is their appeal. Where the devotees, pure devotees are so merciful that they want various methods adopted in order to somehow influence the living entities to surrender to Krishna. This is our duty. So Prabhupada writing these books, asking the disciples to distribute these books, these are all acts of the devotees, devotional service to Krishna. So Prabhupada wants to preach. It is his compassion, he wants to preach to the world. So we want to satisfy his desire. To satisfy his desire, you will see, you pray to Paramatma responsibly. Terrific. Terrific. It's a great opportunity to experience this, and lot of reciprocation you will see. Basically when it will come to a stage where actually you will see that Krishna is playing with you. Sometimes no result, no result, no result, no result, no result. You're about to give up. One man will come on his own and take all the books. So then you will start wondering, who did that? How did it happen? So this month is a book marathon, is a great opportunity for all of us who are chanting Hare Krishna so long, every day, to actually see Krishna face to face in action. When you do practical devotional service, then you see that you are coming in face to face. When you want to execute the instruction of Prabhupada, you will see that you are encountering Krishna. Miracles after miracle happen. Next. The Prabhupada in the previous quote was telling about how Prahlad Maharaj, he went on preaching. He was harassed and harassed and harassed and harassed. But he did not stop preaching. He went on talking about Krishna Katha. Now, the public may take or not take. That is public's option. But my duty is, because the spiritual master has said, I must try my best. So this should be the spirit of the devotee. Prabhupada says, in my old age, I am leaving this great responsibility in the hands of all my students. Prabhupada wrote these books. Now he wants us to distribute. Prabhupada is saying, I am leaving this great responsibility in the hands of all my students. All my students means every one of you. Prabhupada is speaking to every one of you, that I have left it in your hands, this responsibility to preach. And he made it so easy. We don't have to give classes, we don't have to do all those things, simply give one book. That much service we can do. Next. Suppose we approach sometimes a rich man to favor us with some contribution, membership fees. But that rich man cannot favor us unless it is sanctioned by Krishna. Krishna is there within himself, and if he says that you give him this money, this man will give us. You see? Next. So we shall not be sorry. Suppose we go somewhere and he did not favor us. We should not be sorry. We should know that Krishna did not dictate him. He is not so fortunate now. Therefore, Krishna did not dictate him. So there is nothing to be sorry. This should be our principle. This world, people do not want to be Krishna conscious. When there is failure, you don't worry. You say, I have come out today to distribute the book to find out who are the few souls whom Krishna will permit to touch these books and take these books. That is why I am here. I am here simply to locate, to identify, that's all. This is very important to think. We should not think that actually it is even in the modern marketing, people who go marketing, they go to 10 people. Let us say 8 people reject. And finally 2 calls are successful. All the 8 rejections, it doesn't strike that person at all. He won't register failure. A good marketing person will not register failure. He will simply think he was not that right. I was just trying to find out whether he is my real customer. Okay, finally I got this customer. To locate the 2 customers, I have to touch 8 customers. I don't think 8 is a rejection. 8 were wrong candidates. So that way the person is always in spirit, positive spirit of locating, and this failure does not take down his spirits. So in the same way, that is for karmis are doing, for their sense gratification. For Prabhupada, why we should not? Our mind should be kept very enthusiastic. Don't register rejections. These are all ways you can train your mind. You know, he may reject, anybody reject, you forget it. Anybody who has purchased, go on thinking about it. Night also come back and so many rejected. No, only remember all those who purchased. Your spirits will be high. So with these few things, I think I leave you for further instruction on book marathon. Any questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
I read in one pastime, Srila Prabhupada told to one disciple that while distributing Bhagavad Gita, he should tell them that this will actually solve your problems, so problem of your life.
Yeah.
So what I want to know is how do we nicely present this same thing? Because if we say like this, people may not believe. They may think this is not truth. So how we can nicely present the same thing?
If you tell with faith, they will believe. If you doubt, then it's difficult. Very important. You should preach with faith and conviction. Then it will go into their heart. They will see your enthusiasm. Please read this. It can solve all your life problem. Like that they should tell. Please read it. It can solve your life problems. With fire, you believe in it. This man, if he reads it, he will discover Lord Krishna, who is the supreme father of everyone. And like that, in great conviction and spirit, you make one sentence that will strike them. Yeah, in book distribution, 2-3 statements that you make, the way you talk, the spirit which you talk is very important. So you have to charge yourself up with devotion. This is not simply book distribution, not service. It is devotional service. So in the service there should be devotion. So with devotion you should talk. With spirit you should talk. Okay then. Thank you. Hare Krishna.